All right, our first topic is really taking a look at, do you want easy program oversight? And so I really was thinking about how challenging running a program is. I'm a former DRE. I know what it's like to try to maintain oversight of everyone in your program. And we're talking about catechists, we're talking about children, even parents. So how do we keep all of that together when we've got a span of grade levels? We've got so many people in our programs. How can you manage that? And back in the day, everything was managed by paper. And then came Excel. And Excel spreadsheets are not used by everyone, but they make collecting information easier. But the challenge is you have to first get the information and then put it in your spreadsheet. But spreadsheets can hold a lot of information and help you to manage your program. So if we're using current digital technology, there are new systems that are designed to help you manage your program. So I'm going to share a couple of resources with you to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So one of the first ones is Google Classroom. Now maybe you've heard of Google Classroom, maybe you're using Google Classroom, but you can see that this is the Google Classroom website where teaching and learning come together. And that's hinting at managing learning, managing instruction, and we have classes that you can set up in Google Classroom. So everything is in one place in Google Classroom, easy to use according to them. Anyone in your school community can get up and running with Classroom in minutes. Built for collaboration, so everyone can have access to the class that their child is in. Parents can look into that and keep up with children's assignments, and it can be accessed from anywhere, practically on any device. Now, I'm going to just kind of come back and talk to you a little bit about that. So Google Classroom does come with a price. Apparently churches or nonprofits can get a discount on Google Classroom. And it would be something where you could post questions that can be answered in the Google Classroom. In some cases, you can integrate it with your other learning software that you're using. You can check the scores of any assignments that you're creating in there, and it starts to collect this information if you're the catechist or teacher. Now, if you're managing the entire program, can you go in and look at all of the information for all of your classes? And that is something that can be done if you're a big user of that program. Otherwise, it's going to be limited to a classroom-to-classroom basis, which typically for most teachers is what they're interested in anyway. And scores can be exported into larger, say, school learning management systems. So they do sort of communicate and connect. Now, that's one example. I want to go back and show you another example of a learning management system. So let's go back to our website. And this is called Canvas, which is now in Instructure, and U to the power of the Canvas by Instructure. And what this is doing is supporting K-12, kindergarten through 12, higher education, in managing their entire learning community. And this is a much more sophisticated system, but it costs a lot more than Google Classroom. And I can't really show you how it works here, but what I can do is just try to help you understand that there are tools that are available to help you manage your program. And the Canvas program is designed so that administrators can take a higher level view at all of the students in their building. They can look class by class, grade by grade, student by student. So it's a very sophisticated tool, and these are extremely popular in the academic side of learning. So schools, private schools, charter schools, public schools, pretty much all are using learning management systems. Now let's take a look at another one that's geared toward the Catholic community. Now this is called ParishSoft. And ParishSoft is a church management system or a software. So this is designed to sort of manage all of your parishioners. And the challenge with that is it doesn't always support religious education or faith formation. And so while it can maintain the people in your programs, the children in their grade levels, all of your catechists, the parents, the families, It will track tithing and all sorts of things, records, sacramental records and such. But it's not really designed to deliver instructional content or assign assessments or collect scores or offer reporting for any of the actual instruction or learning that's taking place. There's another company that's also very popular in Catholic schools called Parish Data Systems. And let me show you that one. This is Parish Data Systems, Catholic Church Management Software and Services for parishes and dioceses. So dioceses are using this, parishes are using this, and here's ParishSoft. ParishSoft says they have 55% of Catholic parishes using ParishSoft. So this is very popular sort of outside of the classroom or outside of the faith formation programs. So therein lies the problem. If you're looking to integrate technology with your class, there's not really in recent history been a product that's been designed for you to use specifically for faith formation until now. And that's why I want to show you, and I really didn't have any intentions of showing you one of Sadlier's products, but Christ in Us has a learning management system that's built into all of the textbook and the assessments, all of the instruction, and it's very, very well designed. So this is Christ in Us. We're in the administrator view, and you can actually drop this down and see the pastor would have a view, the instructor would have a view, the student view, and parent view. So whatever role the person is from your community, they would have a portal where they can get into and access information. But you as the administrator can maintain oversight of everyone in your program. So if you wanted to go to reports, you could go into your instructor accounts. You can look at a particular class or student scores. You can do student tracking, and you can do that by individual students all the way up to grade levels. Activity reports for who's accessing the portal and using it, student trends, how much this portal is being used and what particular resources they're using, etc. So it really gives you a lot of insight as to what's happening in the program. Also, if you look in program overview, you're going to see that you've got a lot of resources across these tabs. So you've got your overview resources. What is the program about? All of your tables of contents, welcomes for school and parish, your scope and sequence. So the higher level items of interest for an administrator can all be found here in the administrator portal. If you click on Getting Started, it's going to give you an overview of the resources and an online training program and learning community. You've got your director resources, so how to implement this program in your school or parish, setting program goals, pastoral care of families, prayers for particular circumstances. It's addressing models, so you can select models for particular classes. So whether you have at-home learners or summer school models, or if you're teaching by the liturgical year or particular, we've also got family events. So managing family catechesis, oversight of family catechesis is very, very important. So you've got family events in here. You can see we've got a number of family events and intergenerational events. So this is chock full of information that you might want to use. Now, it's also got a messaging system. So if you want to communicate with your parents or your catechist or your students, you can go in here and you can go to Compose, and then you can click on the To button, and you can begin to filter this by the different groups. So do you want to communicate with students, instructors, parents, particular classes, groups, other administrators? So that is just sort of a glimpse into what's happening today in the world of learning management systems for faith formation. So if you are evaluating programs and you are interested in technology making your life easier, that was one of Jim Devlin's questions: how easy is it to use? This sort of takes the best of Google Classroom and ParishSoft or Parish Data Systems and your curriculum and combines them together to make managing or oversight of your program much, much better.